Good afternoon and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on the Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Stu Nyman, I'm here with Andrew Bleckman, and we're pleased to welcome you to this Thursday afternoon performance. We have 9 games for you beginning at 4 p.m. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offers win, play, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. And for those of you new to the Jai-Alai Channel, if these terms are new to you, we'll explain them throughout the course of this afternoon's performance. We also have a pick 3 wager in Game 4, the high-paying High 5 jackpot beginning in Game 3 with its $2,000 guarantee, and the Mighty Ocho jackpot beginning in Game 1 with its $2,000 guarantee. Online wagering is available at watchandwager.com, or if you're in Connecticut, mywinners.com. However, placing a bet is not necessary in order for you to enjoy all that we have in store for you today. Just like the first matinee performance, we do have a scratch. Number 29, Vuelo, is scratched in all his scheduled appearances today. Once again, number 29, Vuelo, is scratched in all his scheduled appearances today. That scratch affects games 1 through 5. Let's start with Game 1. Game 1, post 4, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Jedden. Game 1, post 4, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Jedden. Game 2, post 4, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Bueno. Game 2, post 4, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Bueno. There are no scratches in Game 3. Game 4, post 8, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo again with Bueno. Game 4, post 8, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with a Bueno. Finally, Game 5, post 7, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with El Barba. Game 5, post 7, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with El Barba. That's it for the scratch of Vuelo as he affects today's performance in its entirety. Andrew, welcome back.
I'm back still.
You decided to return.
Back for 9 more this afternoon. How about that?
I know, we had so much fun on the matinee. The first matinee. The whole Mat 1, Mat 2 thing, yeah. I don't know. It just... No,
it's still confusing, yeah.
It's, 4 isn't... It's not twilight. It's not evening.
It's just like, yeah, that 4 is literally right between evening, afternoon.
The afternoon performance,
yeah.
But no,
that's how we refer to it, because we still have to call those prices into... you got to actually call them in, and that's what I say. I say the matinee and the afternoon because, the 12 I say is the matinee.
Right.
The afternoon, obviously, we played at 4. We'll call that the afternoon, even though that's technically Mat 2. Gets a little trickier on those Saturdays when the matinee is the 4 p.m., and then we have evening Jai-Alai, so it's just a it's a mess there for the
Jai-Alai
fans.
should always be played afternoon. I mean, and at night. That's it.
Afternoon.
Afternoon at night. That's the way it should be played. But we do things differently here at Magic City. No, 12 p.m. post time was actually fairly traditional. Yeah. Always traditional.
What's the earliest you've seen there with post? Do they ever have morning?
Noon.
Never morning. Yeah.
Noon. I've never seen it earlier than noon. Thank God.
I was gonna say maybe maybe a tournament, but not a
no. But
not
I mean,
performance
because
like this.
at Miami, occasionally, back in the 90s, early 2000s, you'd finish up at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Yeah.
So to have a post time earlier than noon the next day would
traditionally
suck.
a late sport there, and people aren't gambling typically at 8 or 9 in the morning, but if you are out on the West Coast, that's when we start there. So you're up, and then you're making bets right away. So that's good for those out there on the West Coast and wherever else you may be enjoying this Jai-Alai action from. But as Stu said, 9 more games for you this afternoon. Before the first game of every performance, we have this spectacular 7 video that will explain the scoring format for the first 8 games of this 9-game performance for you. Take a look.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those two players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And as we said there, second performance of this Thursday opening day of the playing week, as we should say. And get you caught up on the standings here. Douglas always gets off to a pretty hot start there. Added 2 wins in that matinee, 2 wins to go along with 1 show, so 3 of 4 games for Douglas in the money. Another standout performance there was Jedden getting a substitute appearance here in game number 1. And Jedden took full advantage of that, winning game number 1 in that first performance. 2 wins for him and an additional show finish. A couple other guys on the board with a win. You had Ikeda, El Barba, Anderluck, Carballo. All of those guys also had wins there. Now we'll take a look at those overall standings here at Magic City. Championship singles standings. It's a year-long singles run here. At the end of the season, player with the most singles wins will get a $15,000 bonus. Second most gets a $10,000 bonus there. Third most, $5,000. And the top 3, you had Douglas. He is in first place with his 2 wins this week. 10-game lead over Ron, who is in second there at 58 wins. And in third place, rounding out the all-important top 3, we have Bueno there at 45. But we said there, Ikeda with 1 win. He has 41. You have Ben at 38, Tennessee at 38, Carballo 37, Kubala at 36. So a lot of guys looking to make a jump up in those standings there and maybe overtake Bueno for that third and final bonus money slot. We'll see how that plays out here with 8 more singles games because, Stu, we have 1 doubles game in the program now. Everyone was
that's right,
excited about that.
Everybody loves doubles.
Everyone loves it. It's one thing that we talked about, and just doubles Jai-Alai is it's almost a different game.
Traditional,
just the
well,
speed.
that's
oh
traditional. Yeah, that's traditional Jai-Alai.
How about that?
Oh yeah. No, Jai-Alai.
They used to. Wow.
Jai-Alai's almost exclusively played doubles.
Bang. Things you learn. It's a new. When did you know
that in Merry Festival?
Yeah,
seriously?
those are the 2 things.
You didn't know that?
Well, I mean, it's like tennis. I figured, all right. And maybe historically, that's what maybe tennis historically was a doubles game.
It's sometimes dangerous to compare Jai-Alai to too many things that many people know about. It's good to just keep it exotic and unknown.
Yeah. No, but
part of it has to do with the fact of the length of the courts that you've always dealt with.
Yeah, it was. I mean, so playing in Mexico City, you mentioned that court is around 200 feet. To play singles on that every day, you got to be in some pretty good shape in that altitude too.
Exactly,
yeah,
with
doubt.
with no oxygen, so you can't breathe. The courts and the front wall's 1,000 miles away.
Impossible.
No, in fact, in training, and I know that they do this in Spain when players first start off. We actually made this work at North Miami with 3 players, throwing the ball just when you're learning to throw straight.
Yeah.
Standing on the out of bounds line, throwing to the side wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, and when you're at a court like Mexico City or one of the traditional courts in Spain, even Miami, even though they didn't train at Miami, for anyone right off the bat, you start off at North Miami. That length is good to have a couple guys throwing it up against. But when you're in the middle court at North Miami Amateur, that was interesting to have 3 guys there without whacking each other. But
I need to go. We got to go there one day so I can get a visual for what this.
You've never been to North
Miami?
Miami?
Never been. Haven't been. We've talked about going a number of times, and then this whole nonsense happened to begin the 2020 season. So it's been kind of.
Well, that's right, the whole COVID nonsense. Yeah, you can definitely go. They play.
Maybe there's the whole using. I was thinking, I'd love to get out there, throw around, but the using other people's cestas thing. Maybe last year that was an appropriate way to do it, but this year I think we'll avoid that.
I think we could probably find a cesta for you. We have less than a minute to go before Game 1. The reminder, the scratch. Vuelo is scratched in all his scheduled appearances today. Game 1, post 4, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Jedden. Game 1, post 4, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with a Jedden.
Game time.
We're ready to begin game number 1, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of Post 1, Legend. Our first matchup has Legend serving to Fred. There's the serve. We begin game 1. Fred trying to get it over Legend's head. Legend returns it to pass. Rebote left side to the inside. Caught on the forehand of Legend. Catch on the forehand of Fred. Ball dropped. Point 2. Fred, first up on the board in our first game. Here's the white shirt at Post 3, El Barba. Good pickup by El Barba off a good serve by Fred. Fred missed it, point 3. In our next matchup, El Barba serves to the green shirt of Post 4. Here's Jedden. Good catch by El Barba at the 10 line. Here's Jedden. Rebote swing and a miss. Midcourt, point 4. Here's the black shirt of Post 5, Tennessee. A hard throw by Tennessee. Scores, point 5. In our next matchup, Tennessee will serve to the yellow shirt of Post 6. Here's Lamonte. Excellent serve by Tennessee. He's going to score, point 5. Here's Post 7 in the pink shirt, Juice. Juice on the backhand. Catch by Tennessee. Tennessee with a strong forehand, caught by Juice. Juice plays it high to pass. Rebote forehand by Tennessee. Catch by Juice. Rebote forehand. Makes it to the front wall. Juice missed it. Point 5. Here's Diaz. It's a nice backhand by Diaz. It did clip the side wall, but stayed in. Rebote save by Diaz to the inside. Tennessee on the run, makes the catch. Controls the backhand. Rebote left side, just missed. Point 5. Tennessee's made 4 straight points. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return, Legend. That ball hit the overhead screen. That's out of play. Point 5. Straight points to a possible game point here for Tennessee. Trying to stop him, Fred. Carambola from the forehand of Tennessee scores. Well thrown. Point and a perfect game to the black shirt at post 5, Tennessee. 5 wins it. 3, 4, and 2 will play off for second and third place. 3 first serves, 2, 4. Ball tipped, point 4. Possible place point for the 4. Jedden trying to stop him, post 2, Fred. Jedden puts the rebote in nicely to score. Point. And second place finish for post 4. Jedden. 3 serves, 2. This is show point. A barber from the left side. There's the backhand. Point. Third place finish for post 3, the white shirt, El Barba. Unofficial order of finish, 5, 4, 3. Five, 4, 3 is now official. Coming in first, post 5, Tennessee with a perfect game. Taking second, post 4, Jedden. He was substituting for Vuelo. Coming in third, post 3, El Barba. 5, 4, 3, the official order of finish. And here are your prices for Game 1. The $2 Quinella, 4-5. That's 4-5 or 5-4. First and second in any order. $34.40. Trifecta, 5, 4, 3. $249.20. That's a pretty price board there. Everything's covered.
I like when everything's covered.
I like when everything's covered.
Uniform,
so do I. Absolutely.
It's good, yeah.
Exactly.
There were a lot of, you got the refund, the place in the shows. Yeah, we don't like to see those. Full board. And not bad there on that.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 2, Spectacular 7 scoring. The game will be played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. There is a scratch. Game 2, post 4, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Bueno. Game 2, post 4, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Bueno. Post time for Game 2. It's now just 7 minutes away. Good luck.
And to get you set up for that second game, for those new fans we have joining us today on the Jai-Alai Channel, well, welcome. And we have a video that will explain in simpler terms how this sport here of Jai-Alai is played.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then, in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And we had Tennessee taking the first game of this second matinee afternoon performance, whatever you want to call it. Still counts as a win there for Tennessee. Win number 39 for him on the season. We said he So we ran through those standings to begin the broadcast. Him and Ben were tied up at 38. Tennessee breaks that tie. He is now in 5th place overall, 6 games outside of that third and final bonus money slot. So we said there, Bueno currently holds that at 45 wins. And Tennessee, Stu, looking at these standings here, I mean, all these guys from about 8th place up. You got Kubala in those feature games, Carballo in those feature games, Ben, mostly those feature games. He's playing, I think he gets 1 appearance. Yeah, he's playing in game 4, so he gets 3 of those later games. You have Carballo, going up there. Ben, you got Ikeda, you got Bueno, you got Ron, you got Douglas. So a lot of the same faces playing against each other mostly. So the wins are pretty slim in those games, with Douglas winning at a clip of 43.5% this season, and Ron, he's winning at just under 30% of the time. So, not that many wins to go around. So for Tennessee, interesting name on that leaderboard, because he's playing in these earlier games, gets all of his games in 1 through 4. So a guy that I think if anyone has a really good shot at overtaking that 3rd spot, I think interestingly enough, it may be Tennessee.
I like your prognostication.
Well, I mean, just the nature of who he's playing, and obviously Tennessee's got a lot of skill playing in these earlier games, which maybe a little more unbalanced. And just a guy that is always going to get
unbalanced or unbalanced.
Unbalanced. Sorry.
Unbalanced.
Unbalanced. Yeah. Sorry, not unbalanced. What the heck is that?
That's okay. No, it's both are a phrase, on balance. So when all things are equal, it's on balance. And unbalanced is the state of my mental health.
No, for Tennessee, though, as well, I mean, if he
Tennessee's mental health's off, too?
I'm gonna refrain from talking about anybody.
I didn't think so. Not him. Carballo, yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say Tennessee. I mean, the most stable guy out there, always gives 110%. But no, back to reasons why. Always gives 110%. Always going to dig out all those rebotes, and he shows in places a lot compared to some of these other guys, which I think is just an indication of that point exactly. Always giving 100%, never say die attitude, and some ball. I mean, we see him crashing into that sidewall at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Actually, potentially cause injury there earlier in the season. So for Tennessee, that's why we love him. And I was thinking back to his days when he was a pitcher. You think he ever hit anybody? As like a hit batter?
I imagine that he ran up to the plate and apologized if
How
he
did that go down? We need a video if anyone has it of Tennessee pitching in the College World Series. Those games were probably broadcasted. If he pitched and hit anyone, I would just love to see that interaction, because there's times, I remember one time when Jedden's like, just not, you won the point. Just
shut up. Don't talk to me.
Like, I don't want to hear it if you beat me or like you apologize. But that's the reason we love Tennessee, the ever-lovable Tennessee.
Final reminder, the scratch. Game 2, post 4, scratch Wello, replace Wello with Bueno. Game 2, post 4, scratch Wello, replace Wello with Bueno.
And I think of pitchers in baseball. You think of guys nowadays like Trevor Bauer, like more outspoken. And Tennessee just the exact opposite. The exact opposite of what I think of mold for like just a super fiery, competitive guy that But Tennessee, give him credit. I mean, back in the day, he was hurling it pretty hard back in mid-90s with that fastball. So tough to hit, and played professionally as well in the minor league system of the Expos we've talked about. So.
Let's go.
A lot of athletic ability there, and baseball wasn't even his main sport. Played hockey a lot growing up, and then actually walked on to the baseball team at Miami. So incredible athlete there. See how Tennessee does here in Game 2 along with the rest of the roster, Stu.
Ready to begin our second game, a spectacular 7 singles match, played to 7 points, points double after the first round of play. Our first matchup has Lamonte serving to Juice. There's the serve, and we begin Game 2 with an underserve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That fell short of the 4. This point goes to the 2. Juice first up on the board in our second game. Here's the white shirt at post 3. Diaz. It's a hard throw by Diaz to the inside. Nicely played. Juice on the rebote. Diaz moves up, makes the catch. Tejada to the inside. Juice read it, stopped it, returns it to the inside. That's going to score. Well played by Diaz and Juice. Point 2. Green shirt at post 4, substituting for Vuelo is Bueno. Beautiful backhand by Bueno. Juice switching from the forehand to the left side at the last second. Didn't make the rebote. Point 4. Now receiving. Black shirt at post 5. Here's Tennessee. Catch by Bueno. Tennessee on the left side. Catch by Bueno. Bueno goes deep to the overhead screen. That's out of play, point 5. Here's post 6 in the yellow shirt, Legend. Scoop attempt. Missed. Point 6. In this matchup, Legend serves to the pink shirt at post 7, Fred. Point 6. Here's the purple shirt at post 8, El Barba. Nice backhand by El Barba. El Barba from the forehand. El Barba from the left side with a drop ball. Point 6. Here's post 1, Lamonte. Point 6. Back and ready to receive. Post 3, Diaz in the white shirt. Diaz with a good catch on the forehand. Turns it high, gonna take a bounce and score. Well thrown by Diaz, point 3. This matchup has Diaz serving to the returning blue of post 2, Juice. Good catch by Diaz. Backhand to the outside. Perfect placement, scores. Point 3. Diaz has 4 points and serving to the 4 post. Returning in the green shirt, Bueno. Rebote left side by Diaz. Bueno moves up on it, but missed it. Point 3. Possible game point here for the white shirt at post 3, Diaz. Trying to stop him, Tennessee. Diaz with the catch. There's the backhand. Tennessee catches it in the air. Woof. Ball came off the sidewall hot and scored. 0.5. Play continues. Tennessee on the board with 3 points. Serving to post 7, Fred. Fred from the left side. Nice backhand by Fred. This stays to the inside. Tennessee makes the forehand rebote. 0.5. 5 on the board with 5 points, giving Tennessee a possible game point. Trying to stop him, El Barba. Rebote forehand by Tennessee. Point and game. Black shirt at post 5. Tennessee. No playoff here. 3 places, 6 shows. Unofficial order finish 5-3-6. Results from Game 2 are official. Coming in first, post 5, Tennessee, his second win. Taking second, post 3, Diaz. Coming in third, post 6, Legend. 5-3-6 is your official order of finish for Game 2. Your prices will be up in just a moment. $2 Quinella, 3-5. 3-5 or 5-3, first and second in any order. That's $20. The trifecta, 5-3-6. That's first, second, and third place finish. $504 even. And an $18 win. $2 on 5 to win. Returns $18. Up next is Game 3, and more importantly, the High 5. A spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. The High 5 is a pick 5 wager. Correctly pick the winners of games 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And if you're able to do that, you will cash in on the $2,000 minimum guarantee in the High 5. There are no scratches in Game 3. Post time for Game 3 is now just 8 minutes away. Good luck.
Welcome back to the Rebote Recap. Magic City is now 14 weeks into the Jai-Alai season, and a familiar face has resurfaced atop the championship singles standings. Number 13, Douglas. The Wonder Boy showcased his full arsenal of breathtaking Jai-Alai skills on his way to a dominant 18-win week. With his total of 66 victories, he now holds an 8-game lead on his fiercest competitor, number 12, Ron Ron. Even though Douglas usurped Ron Ron's lead in a hurry, number 12 still put together a solid week of his own with 19 in-the-money finishes. Currently in second place with his 58 wins for the season, Ron Ron seems to be the only other player with a fighting chance of finishing the season with the coveted title of singles champion and the $15,000 grand prize. And once again, Bueno managed to hold on to his position in the final prize money slot, closing out another week of play in third place. Number 22 finished the week with 20 in-the-money finishes, including 4 much-needed singles victories to keep pace with the rest of the pack. Sitting in fourth place overall and continuing his push up the standings is number 23, Ikeda. The barista served up a highly caffeinated and impressive performance in Week 14 to the total of 6 singles wins. With his 40-win total, Ikeda now sits just 5 games outside of that all-important third-place spot in the singles standings. Tied up in 5th place with 38 wins going into Week 15 are 2 of the inaugural players on the roster are Lovable Canes, Ben, and Tennessee. Ben put together some of his best singles play in Week 14, skyrocketing up the leaderboard with a whopping 8-win output. Tennessee, on the other hand, and struggled early on but still collected 4 wins of his own to remain in fighting shape. And finally, as the late games become increasingly more difficult, Carballo and Kubala are struggling to find their footing and in the money finishes. Last year's second and third place finishers are currently in a tie for 7th place going into week 15. And speaking of the highly competitive late games, we attribute this in large part to the commanding comeback from this week's Golden Cesta winner, Douglas. Number 13 clinched his second consecutive Golden Cesta after totaling a season-high 18 singles victories in a week. Day in and day out, Douglas sent his opponents back to the bench at an unprecedented rate. His relentless upswing even earned himself a Grand Slam all-win performance in the Saturday afternoon program. Most importantly, his standout play helped him reclaim the proverbial throne at the top of the singles championship standings. Congratulations to Magic City's Wonder Boy on his second Golden Cesta of the 2020 season. The second tournament of the Doubles Championship Series at Magic City continued to be on hold in Week 14. Week 15 at Magic City will provide us with some of the doubles action we've all been longing for. Until further notice, Game 5 at Magic City will now be a spectacular 7 doubles game. However, please note that these newly implemented doubles games will not count towards the Doubles Championship Series, which will now consist of just 2 official doubles tournaments instead of 3. Keep watching the Jai-Alai Channel and follow at Jai-Alai Channel on Instagram for consistent updates on Magic City Jai-Alai. Shout out to this week's fantasy winner, Trifecta. Team Trifecta will receive a Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt as well as a full $100 cash prize for its stellar performance in Week 14. Watch our weekly fantasy review on our Instagram page at Jai-Alai Channel for more details on Trifecta's winning Week 14 lineup. Every week is a new chance to earn points for your fantasy team, so you can always come back to your team or join the league at any time. And remember, the cash prize of $100 sponsored by Magic City Jai-Alai will remain unlocked as long as there are 100 active league members. But that's not all. If we surpass 150 active members, Magic City has agreed to increase the prize money to $150. And it will remain unlocked at that value. Visit fantasyhighlight.com to join the league for free, draft your own fantasy team, and start winning. This week's Rebote play goes to our South Florida legacy, number 22, Bueno. Bueno has certainly hit his stride in the 2020 season, sitting comfortably in 3rd place overall with 45 wins. This second-generation Pelotari continues to develop at an astounding rate while exhibiting unparalleled effort and determination until the final whistle of every performance. In this play, Bueno demonstrated his never-give-up mentality as he dove into the side netting to perfectly execute a no-look Rebote to score. It sounds impressive because it is impressive. This Rebote play is a perfect representation of the fast-paced, wildly athletic, no-holds-barred version of Jai-Alai that can only be found at Magic City. See it for yourself in this Rebote Play of the Week.
There's the carom by Ben. Bueno read it, stopped it, returns the carom for a sharp cut. Ben got there, stopped it, returns the 3-wall play. This is going all the way outside. Bueno's on it. What a save by Bueno. What a terrific save by Bueno.
And folks, that was a Rebote recap there for Week 14. That was last week here. Already halfway through this 2020 season now. And that play by Bueno, the Rebote play of the day. Wow. I mean, just a play that perhaps maybe you wouldn't have seen back in the day. We're just talking about that play, Stu, where Bueno goes flying into the side netting. No look, Rebote save. I think it was on Sunday, that Sunday matinee performance.
Oh, yeah. That was exceptional.
Just incredible. I mean, back in the day, usually that, what is it, a fence material? Is it a netting?
Fence.
Yeah, it is fence. So
it's more, it has a little bit of give, but then we had to put a rule in years ago because Arriaga was in the front. Sorry, there have been several Arriagas, but Miami's Arriaga, the front quarter, playing a tournament in Milford, and jumped up on the fence, came down, tore his knee up, and wound up having a couple $100,000 worth of surgery on that knee.
Oh my God!
Back when insurance did not cover Jai-Alai players, when that was all coming out of the. So we basically, jumping onto the fence, we eliminated that. The rule that I didn't necessarily agree with was your left hand can't make any contact with it, Because, I mean, some spectacular plays that I would see, and I remember 1987 or 88, a Lordway, the hardest throwing back quarter, jumping onto the fence in singles, catching a ball that should have been a Pika 2-wall.
Yeah.
And while he was hanging off the fence, returned to Karam while he was hanging off of the fence. And he was probably 3-4 feet up onto the fence. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was great, but it's dangerous. It's really dangerous. So here with no give, or here with complete give, rather, you can't,
There's got to be a middle ground.
Well, here the rule is that you can't push the screen out of the way, or you can't push the mesh out of the way.
That rule aside, I was just saying, guys flying in there one of these days. I mean, Carballo takes full body weight.
The thing is
2
that
feet.
It's not affixed to the rafters. It's affixed to this metal structure up here.
Everything that we are a part of.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
not going to, Carballo's going to rip the thing down at some point. Anyway, until then. Here we go, Game 3, a spectacular 7 singles match, played at 7 points, points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, Jedden. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Legend. There's the serve, we begin. Ball to the outside, gonna score for Jedden. Well thrown, point 1. Jedden first up on the board in Game 3. Here's the white shirt of post 3, Lamonte. Rabote left side. Will score. Point 1. This matchup has Jedden serving, Joel Barba wearing the green shirt of post 4. To all. Lands in and scores. Point 4. Black shirt at post 5. Tennessee receives. Elbarba, forehand to the outside. Out. Point 5. Tennessee now serves to the yellow shirt of post 6. Diaz receives. That was interesting. Point 5. Tennessee's on the board with 2 points. Here's Juice. Excellent serve by Tennessee. Juice got a hold of it on the right side. That's one of those you want to catch when it's coming to you. Point 7. Here now to complete the first round and receive wearing the purple shirt of post 8 is Fred. Fred makes a good catch at the 10 line. Juice with a tip ball. Point 8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return, Legend. Catch on the forehand of Legend. Catch on the forehand of Fred. Catch by Fred at the 11 line. Catch by Legend at the 11 line. Little flick of the wrist sends it straight back. Here's Fred from deep in the backcourt to the inside where it scores. Point 8. Well played by Legend and Fred. 8 on the board with 3 points. Here's post 3, Lamonte. Fred's got a good catch on the left side. Nice backhand. Rebote left side by Lamonte. Fred makes the catch in the air. Scoop attempt missed. Point 8. Possible game point here for Fred in the purple shirt at post 8. Trying to stop him is Jedden. Good catch by Fred. Jedden makes a good Rebote save back from the 11 line. Fred tipped it, point 1. 1 on the board with 4 points. Here's post 4, El Barba. Good catch by El Barba off a good serve by Jedden. Scoop attempt missed. Point 4. El Barba has 3 points. He serves for the yellow shirt at post 6. Diaz. Ball tipped off the serve. Point 4. Possible game point for the green shirt at post 4. El Barba trying to stop him. Tennessee. Backhand to the overhead screen. Point and game, ladies and gentlemen, to the green shirt at post 4, El Barba. Eight places, 1 shows. Unofficial order of finish 4-8-1. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 3 are official. Coming in first, post 4, El Barba. Taking second, post 8, Fred. Coming in third, post 1, Jedden. 4-8-1 is the official result from game number 3. There are your prices. Ooh, those are some interesting prices. Very interesting prices. So let's start off with your Quinella. $2 Quinella 4-8. That's first and second in any order. So that's 4-8 or 8 for $140.20. I'm guessing there was only 1 ticket out there. Maybe 2? Probably 1. Trifecta 4-8-1. That's first, second, and third place. $950.60. And 4 to win. $2 on 4 to win returns $24.60. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 4, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played at 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. There's a scratch. Game 4, post 8. Scratch Wello. Replace Wello with Bueno. Game 4 also begins the Pick 3. Post time for Game 4, and the Pick 3 is now just 7 minutes away.
I really got the name El Barba from Coach JR. You know, like the first day I came into practice, he was like, "Oh, La Barbas." You know, he called me the beard. And, you know, it kind of just stuck. The most frustrating aspect of Jai-Alai for me probably would be anticipation. Because the ball's going so fast, you don't have time to wait to see where the ball's going to be thrown. It's frustrating, you know, but at the end of the day, I'm playing a sport for money, okay? My goal is to go out there, win every point, as soon as I step on the court, win the game, and call that game a day. You know, that's it.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. I sell ice cream, rather sell a CD.
I have a security company, a beauty salon.
I've been doing music for a very long time.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury.
And then I have another job. I play Jai-Alai.
We were looking to transition from dog racing to Jai-Alai. I went to the university and said, listen, I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train Jai-Alai players?
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
If you're going to come into the sport, you got to be dedicated.
You're going to be a piece of cake.
We knew going in, they're not going to be great the first day.
It'll be like the Jamaicans with the
bobsled team.
Game time now, man.
This is going to be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I got to win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Jai-Alai became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play!
And folks, you saw a couple of things there, but the second thing was a trailer for the award-winning documentary Magic City Hustle, about the start of the Jai-Alai program here at Magic City just a few years ago, still in the infancy of this program that was built from the ground up, literally here, Stu. And if you'd like to check that out, see where we were just a few years ago and see how much really these guys have improved, head on over to MagicCityCasino.com. Under the Jai-Alai tab, you'll see a button that says Magic City Hustle. You click on that button, it's a hyperlink. It'll take you directly to the website, or you just type MagicCityHustle.com directly into your browser. Either way you do it, it'll take you to the same page where you can purchase that film for $5 and enjoy it as many times as you like from them.
And we have 3 minutes for placing wagers. In game number 4, game 4, post 8, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Bueno. Game 4, post 8, scratch Vuelo, place Vuelo with Bueno.
You see two names sweeping probably not the right word, but taking a good chunk of those points in the earlier games. You have El Barba. He has 2 wins, 1 place, and 2 shows. 17 fantasy points in his 8 appearances. And Jedden with actually the exact same stat line. 2 wins, 1 place, and 2 shows for him. Both of those guys there with 17 fantasy points, 2 wins apiece. And for El Barba, win number 33 on the season. In 9th place overall. And then Jedden there right behind him in 10th place at 27 wins. Both of those guys, as we said there, certainly an advantage there in some of those earlier games and taking advantage.
Tennessee being so far pretty successful. So here he's coming out of the 1 post. Of course, he's got a little more aggressive competition than Anderluck in post 3. Anderluck, who had an off week last week, took Sunday off, and came back strong in the matinee.
I was going to say, really showed.
Good in the matinee, absolutely.
Fresh. I mean, you can really tell. I mean, just from the first throw, Stu, we looked, and we both said, yeah, he seems to be back this week, just the power he got behind it. And, I mean, look, it's such a long season that, you know, you're going to go through ups and downs. We talk about baseball all the time. There's so many ups and downs. You just got to right the ship when that's happening, get back on track. And for Anderlecht, I mean, that was awesome to see some of the best we've seen him play here in a while in this first appearance there.
He definitely looked good. We have less than a minute to go till we begin Game 4. Final reminder of your scratch. Game 4, post 8, scratch Vuelo, replace Vuelo with Bueno. Post time 4. Game 4 in the pick 3, now less than a minute away.
Yeah, I like this Game 4, Stu, just going down the post positions here. I mean, you got these guys, some of them in the later games, and some of these guys from the earlier games getting a chance to compete there. I think this is a pretty good group in this Game 4. If it stays this way, I think this is going to become one of the favorite games. I mean, obviously you get Douglas and you get all the top guys in those feature games, but outside of that, you get one here. Should see some pretty good play. See how that shakes out here. 0 minutes.
We're ready to begin game number 4, a spectacular 7 singles match. Play to 7 points, points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1, Tennessee. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Legend. Tennessee serves as we begin game 4. Tennessee stays with the ball, hold on to it. I don't quite know what that was, but it scored. Point 1. White shirt at post 3, Anderlecht receives. Good serve by Tennessee. It's a hard throw by Anderlecht. Rabote left side by Tennessee. Nicely played. Anderlecht moves up, makes the catch, blasts it back to score. Point 3. Your elbow okay? All right. Point 3. In this matchup, Anderlecht serves to the green shirt of post 4, El Barba. It's a nice backhand throw by El Barba. Passes to the Rabote. Strong forehand Rabote by Anderlecht. El Barba's there. Scoop by Anderlecht. Hard throw. Scoop attempt. Tipped. First time round. Point 3. In this matchup, Anderlecht serves to the black shirt of post 5. Ben. Nice backhand by Anderlecht. Rabote left side by Ben for the high bounce. Anderlecht moves up on the ball, catches it in the air at the 5 line. That was perfect. Anderlecht again. Missed it. Aide went for the scoop. Missed the scoop. Point 5. Here's post 6, the yellow shirt. Jedden receives. Ben for the Rabote on the left side. Jedden moves up, takes it aggressively on the forehand. Hard to the inside he goes. Rabote again for Ben. Slight 2-all. Jedden on the run, makes the catch. Carom by Jedden is going to score. Well thrown, point 6. In this matchup, Jedden serves to the pink shirt of post 7, Juice. What a catch by Juice on the left side. Jedden on the backhand, winds up. 2-all with a soft touch to score. Point 6. Jedden has 2 points here now to complete the first round and receive. In the purple shirt of post 8, substituting for Vuelo is Bueno. Good catch by Jedden. Nice backhand. Robote left side to the inside. Ball off the tip of Jedden Sesta, point 8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points now through the end of the game. First to return, post 2 in the blue shirt, Legend. Legend from the forehand. Point 8. Bueno has 3 points, serving the returning 1 post. This matchup has Bueno serving to Tennessee. Robote, it's a 2-all, does not cut. Tennessee makes the catch. Ball missed on the left side of Bueno, point 1. One on the board with 3 points. Here's post 4, El Barba. Point 1. Possible game point for the red shirt of post 1, Tennessee. Trying to stop him. Post 3, Anderluck. Anderluck from the forehand. Blasted over the top. Good catch by Tennessee. Nice backhand. Into the Chula to score. Point and game to the red shirt of post 1, Tennessee. 1 wins it 8 places. 6 serves to 3. This is a playoff for 3rd place. Forehand played to pass by Anderluck. Robote. Big backhand. Robote coming way out. That's a Robote 2-all. Anderluck read it, stopped it, returns it to score. Point and show to post 3, Anderluck. Unofficial order finish, 1-8-3. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 4 are official. Coming in first, post 1, Tennessee. Taking second, post 8, Bueno. Coming in third, post 3, Anderluck. 1-8-3 is the official order of finish for game number 4. And we'll have your prices up in just a moment. Funny, we were talking about Tennessee and how he would do against the better competition, and came back around and threw a Chula and won.
Yeah, he played really well in those first couple of games, and game 40, a little bit tougher there, but I mean, the way he's catching, that throw that Anderluck had, he whipped that Cortada, and he stopped it like it was nothing on that left side. Anderluck throws it, side note there, Anderluck was, winding up grunting. It's like a tennis player. When you start to hear guys grunting for how hard they're throwing it, they're trying to get something behind it. Tennessee stopped it like it was nothing. Threw that Chula, and how about the little fist bump, little fist bump from Tennessee? That's probably the most emotion you're going to see from him after a win there. Good to see for him.
And we have your prices from Game 4. So the official result is 1-8-3. $2 Quinella 1-8. That's 1-8 or 8-1. $37 even. Trifecta 1-8-3. $439.20. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is game number 5, the first and only doubles game in this performance. We're slowly reintroducing doubles. This is not part of the doubles championship. Players are playing for just prize money. Started in the matinee, or the first matinee, or Mat 1 as it's sometimes called. And and continues now. Will be continued throughout the remainder of August. Same format as we always play here, that these teams will be matched throughout the course, just not a big payday on the board for any of them. I mean, $200 for a win's pretty good, but... Post time for Game 5, our next doubles game, is just 6 minutes away.
Congratulations to this week's Fantasy Jai-Alai winner, Trifecta. This team secured the win with a total of 193 points with the roster of singles players Douglas, Ben, and Legend. Trifecta nailed down the top fantasy score of the week, spending the big bucks on the $10 draft of Douglas. Number 13 put together an unbelievable performance, winning a jaw-dropping total of 18 games to make him the first player ever to eclipse the 100 fantasy point marker with his total output of 106 points. Douglas dominated the stat sheet in Week 14, even outscoring the other $10 value Ron by a mind-blowing 47 points. With just $11 remaining, Trifecta chose wisely with his selection of Ben at a $6 value. Number 7 took full advantage of his extra appearances in Week 14, finding the win column 8 times and finishing with the second highest total overall with his collection of 62 fantasy points. As a $6 choice, the former tight end outscored 8 of the higher-priced Pelotari's, including Ron, who was priced at $10, and Ikeda and Carballo, valued at $8. With just $5 left, Team Trifecta chose to round it out with Legend. Although this wasn't number 15's best week of play, his contribution of 25 fantasy points as a $4 draft was just enough to put Team Trifecta over the top. Using the $20 of the allotted $21 budget, Trifecta once again proves that higher price doesn't always mean higher value. As the sole winner of Week 14, Trifecta will receive a Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt and the full $100 cash prize. It's important to note that cash prizes will remain unlocked for the duration of the season as long as there are 100 or more active teams in the league. Once the league hits 150 active members, the cash prize for a single weekly winner will increase to $150 thanks to Magic City Jai-Alai, which sponsors all of our prizes. And it doesn't end there. If the league reaches 200 members, the weekly prize money will increase yet again to $200. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just sign up for free at fantasyjai-alai.com. Pick your players and watch your progress on the Jai-Alai Channel. The more people who play, the more money to be won. So please help us spread the word. And remember, every week is a brand new chance to update your team and win. You can find more details regarding the Fantasy League on the Instagram page at Jai-Alai Channel or at fantasyjai-alai.com.
And congratulations again to last week's Fantasy Jai-Alai winner. That was Trifecta, the winner there for Week 14. Will receive $100 check plus a Magic City Jai-Alai t-shirt. And those t-shirts, as we said, are the prizes for the month of August. In addition, we have that cash prize every week. We said if we had 150 players for this week, we would up it to 150. We are just under that. 138, I believe, is the active number for this week. We went back to 4 players, 3 singles, and 1 doubles team for this week. So it's a 4-man roster. I think that's what happened. Those lineups got cleared, so nothing actually carried over. 138 active players, so hopefully we eclipse 150 for next week, and when we do, we'll add $150. We'll up it. We'll up that cash prize to 150, and still when we hit 200 players, we will up that prize again to $200. So 150 is a checkpoint. Hopefully we'll get that next week. $200 is another checkpoint. Hopefully we get that here in the coming weeks. If you want to sign up, go to fantasyjai-alai.com, completely free to play, and you can win real cash prizes with that. And one of the highlights of my week, one of the things I like to see, is the lineup stats for Week 15, the ownership percentage of the players on our roster here. So we'll go down the line. We'll start with singles because we're back to singles and doubles. So you get 3 singles players. The top singles player picked Douglas. Just under 43% of the entries had him. So very popular choice. And then paired with Juice, 21. Just over 21.5% with Juice. So makes sense that Douglas Juice combo, 2 of the most commonly picked singles players for this week. And then you have Bueno there, third, 16.5%. Going down the line, you have Ben here, 15% about, Diaz 14%, Tennessee 12%, Legend 11, El Barba 10, Ron 10, Carballo 9. So going down the line there, pretty balanced outside of Douglas and Juice and Bueno for those singles players. And then in looking at the doubles teams, we had 8 teams that are playing in Stu. You just talked about how this isn't part of the doubles tournament. This is not a doubles tournament. These are just doubles games we're having here for these next couple of weeks. So these guys will remain with their same partner, but this doesn't count toward any sort of tournament. There's no bonus prize money at the end.
Right.
These are just doubles games to get back into that doubles action here. Most commonly picked team, you have Lamonti and Douglas, the champions of our first doubles tournament. The public there going with the most familiar team. And then Juice and Ron, second most utilized doubles team at about 16%. You have Bueno in Tennessee, 8%. Carballo, 7%. Diaz and Carballo, 7%. Legend and Kubala took 5 points with the win there in Game 5 in the matinee. They are just over 6% of the entries, so pretty well balanced among those doubles teams, too, outside of Lamonti and Douglas. So if Douglas has an off week or maybe just doesn't need to score over 100 fantasy points, we should be in store for one of the closest weeks in the fantasy game, and that was reflected very early on in these standings. Different teams, I mean, not many same combinations of teams there at the top of the leaderboard. And then I think all the way down to like 50th or something, there was, you had all the way from like 33, I think the leader had, to 20 points there, was first to 50th place. So a lot of people still with an opportunity there, and that was without Tennessee's 3 wins. So if you had him, you are safe to say you're going to fly up that leaderboard. So we update that for you after every performance, so make sure to check that out again if you would like to play. It is completely free. We're underway already for this week, but get in for next week, fantasyhighlight.com.
We're ready to begin our 5th game, a spectacular 7 doubles match, the first and only doubles game in this afternoon's performance. This game is played to 7 points. Points will double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirts, post 1, we have Jedden and Ben. Receiving the blue, post 2, Bueno and Tennessee. Over. Point 2.
My bad.
Strong backhand by Kubala. Legend in the front court. Legend goes deep. Rabote coming all the way out. Rabote left side by Bueno, right up the middle. Kubala's there. Tennessee from the 12 line. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Point 2. Here are the green shirts of post 4. Fred and Ikeda receive. Underserve. Point 4. This next matchup, Fred will serve to the black shirts at post 5. Juice and Ron. Good catch by Ikeda deep in the backcourt. Juice goes for the Rabote, falls just short, point 4. Now receiving the yellow shirts, post 6, team of Diaz and Carballo. Carballo from the left side. Ikeda from the 10 line. Carballo on the forehand. Ball tipped. Point 6. Now receiving pink shirts of post 7. The team of Anderluck and El Barba. Barber with a tip ball deep in the backcourt, point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirts of post 8, the team of Lamonte and Douglas. Powerful forehand by Douglas. Good catch by Carballo. Douglas from the 11 line. Over the top. Carballo moving up on it. Just missed it. Point 8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return in the second round. Red shirts of post 1, Jedden and Ben. Douglas from the left side. Robote. Barely coming out. Good effort by Jedden to try to make that Robote. Point 8. In this next matchup, Lamonte serves to the white shirts of post 3, Legend and Kubala. Douglas, jumping catch at the back wall. Legend's there. Legend threw that one on the overhead screen. Point 8. Straight points to a possible game point here for post 8. The purple shirts, Lamonte and Douglas. Trying to stop them. Post 2, Bueno and Tennessee. Bueno picks the serve. Douglas on the Robote. Douglas on the Robote again. Beautiful Robote to the inside. Good catch by Tennessee. Lamonte in the front court. Ball just tipped. Point 2. Play continues. 2 with 4 points. Serving to post 5. The black shirts return. Juice and Ron Ron. Great catch by Tennessee at the 11 line. Ron from the 10 line. Goes deep. Beautiful catch by Tennessee. He just pulled that from the side wall. Robote left side by Bueno. Scoop attempt missed. Point 2. Possible game point for the blue shirts opposed to Bueno and Tennessee. Trying to stop them. Fred and Ikeda. Catch by Bueno. Point and game, ladies and gentlemen, of the blue shirts of post 2, Bueno and Tennessee. Six serves to post 4. This is show point. Catch by Carballo. Robote forehand save by Ikeda. Takes a nice big bounce back to the 13 line. Backhand, missed the front wall. Point and show to post 4. Fred and Ikeda. Unofficial order finish 2-8-4. Results from Game 5 are official. Coming in first, post 2, Bueno and Tennessee. Taking second, post 8, Lamonte and Douglas. Coming in third, post 4, Fred and Ikeda. 2-8-4, the official order finish for Game 5.
Contrary to that last Game 5, all three of these teams on the board here are all teams previously paired with one another. So that certainly showing. And I think over the course of a week, I mean, the Legend and Kubala played really well that last Game 5 in the matinee. But over the course of this week, I think these teams that have played together, I mean, you got Bueno, Tennessee, which should have taken second place in that first doubles tournament, and then Lamonti and Douglas, obviously we know what they're capable of. Fred and Ikeda as well didn't have that many games, but are familiar with one another. That's got to help, even a little bit, and especially in these earlier games. And it shows there in second doubles game of the week here as the prices are on your screen.
Agreed. 284, the official result from Game 5. $2 Quinella 2-8, first and second in any order, 2-8, 8-2, $16.60. Trifecta 2-8-4, $225.20. Up next, Game 6, a spectacular 7. Singles match, played 7 points, points double after the first round of play. There are no scratches in Game 6. Game 6 will close today's Pick 3. Post time for Game 6 is just 7 minutes away. Good luck.
And in case we have any new fans who missed this explanation video at the top of the program, well, here it is again to explain in simpler terms how the sport of highlight here is played. Take a look.
The main rule of highlight is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in highlight. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a highlight player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And we are now just under 4 minutes till that sixth game. As you see and there it is. We always say as you see there, and then it fades away. Those were the potential prices there. The will pays for the pick 3.
They will pay something.
Regardless, they will pay. Could pay a lot there.
$1,304. Wow.
Maybe, certainly looks like a $1 ticket on the on those combinations with the with about 1,300 there. But nonetheless, that's either way you slice it there. $6.50 off of $1 or $1,300 off of 2. Same math, same money. Well, I guess you'd have to double that initial investment, but good pick in there. See how that pick 3 plays out here at the end of this sixth game. And just a note there, if you're playing along with the fantasy game, fantasyhighlight.com, we updated the scores for the doubles games. It's actually surprisingly easier to keep it consistent, just updating it with one game per day as it goes. So that score has been updated if you want to check it out to see where you stand after that game. I mean, after performance 1, that doubles game could make a little bit of an impact on the standings, but just want to let you know there that if you notice, there were some changes to those totals. Yes, doubles game 5 has already been added.
Those folks at Fantasy Highlight are really on top of everything, aren't they?
Wow.
That's a hell of a team they have.
Very good team.
Conscientious. Three minutes to go to begin Game 6. Game 6, 3 minutes away.
And starting the sixth game, getting into these feature games, we'll remind you where these guys stand. Douglas, first place in those championship single standings, 68 wins for him, 10-game lead over Ron, who didn't pick up a win in that matinee. Only 4 wins for him in week 14. 7 wins for him the week prior. And in Douglas, those last 2 weeks, respectively, weeks 13 and 14, Douglas with 14 and 18 wins. So when these two guys have been out on the court together, it has been all Douglas thus far. But I mean, something that we've talked about a little bit, Stu, is Ron may not show it, but he is arguably one of the most competitive guys on this roster, and I think that just comes from the nature of Jai-Alai and traditional Jai-Alai where he's played previously.
And I definitely think that, I'm not going to say he's motivated by money, but long story short, he knows that there's $100 at the end of every one of these wins.
Right.
And Ron is first and foremost, he'll tell you, he's a family man.
Yeah.
So it's all about his family and providing for his family. So that is his major motivation. Very respectable guy.
Oh, yeah.
One of those players, it's funny because when Scott freed me up to look for some players with experience, I knew that if I screwed up and brought two idiots, that would be the end of that. We never see anybody with any highlight experience ever
We don't
again.
need any more Bens.
So no, I took 2 months. I think I took 2 months.
Yeah, this was a pretty good scout job.
Yeah, no, I spent quite a bit of time, and Ron can't find anybody to say anything negative about him. Nothing.
Yeah.
The guys who he plays against, the guys who he plays with, the people who supervise him, can't find anything negative. So that was a good thing. And also I liked his form very much when I saw him at Calder. Three times that I had met him before I actually asked him if he'd be interested in coming to Magic City. Wow. Ikeda almost took Anderluck's head off. That's going to be a quiet ride home. Yeah, we'll end that conversation here and just start Game 6.
Let's begin.
This is game number 6, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1 is Carballo. Our first matchup has Carballo serving to Jedin. There's the serve. Game 6 has begun. Forehand rebote by Carballo. Interference. The point will be replayed. Point 1. That'll bring to the court the white shirt of post 3. Here's Douglas. Backhand by Douglas. Into the Chula and scoring. Point 3. Green shirt of post 4. Bueno receives. Rebote to the inside. Rebote left side by Douglas. Bueno makes the catch from the 8 line. Back to the inside he goes. Rebote left side. It's a 2-all that just caught the top of the pad. Point 4. Bueno now serves with the black shirt at post 5. This matchup has a Bueno serving to Anderluck. Nice forehand rebote. Scoop attempt missed. Anderluck turns to make the rebote save, which he does. Here's Bueno. Anderluck to the inside. Bueno on the rebote save. Anderluck with a hop. Knock down the catch. Point 4. Here's Kubala. Yellow shirt at post 6 receives. Kubala on the forehand. Cortada stopped on the left side of Bueno. Good catch by Kubala. Bueno goes deep. Robote coming out. Robote left side to the outside, off the side of Bueno Cesta. 0.6. Here's post 7, the pink shirt. Ikeda receives. Kubala makes a nice forehand Robote save from the 9 line. Here's Ikeda. Hard to the inside. Robote left side to the pad. 0.7. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt at post 8, Ron. It's a beautiful backhand throw by Ron. Nice Robote save by Ikeda. Ron with the hop makes the catch. Hard throw to the inside. Scoop attempt missed. 0.8. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return, post 2 in the blue shirt. Jedden. Jedden from the 9 line. Back to the inside he goes. Good catch by Ron. Ron goes deep. Jedden to the outside. Great positioning to make that Robote by Jedden. Robote too hard, too high, out of play for Ron. 0.2. Two serves, 2 posts 1, Carballo. Point 1. Once again, Carballo serves to Douglas, wearing the white of post 3. Beautiful forehand played deep to pass. Robote, 2-all. Douglas stops it. Blasts it. Carballo wound up with that catch. How, I have no idea. What a catch.
Wow.
Kind of a blind scoop.
Wow.
0.1. Possible game point for the red shirt of post 1, Carballo. Trying to stop him. Post 5, Anderluck. Picada missed the front wall entirely. Point in game, red shirt at post 1, Carballo. 1 wins it, 4 serves to 2. This is for second and third place. Bueno on the forehand. Karam does not open up. Jedden gets assessed on it. Nice return. Gonna score. 2 places, 4 shows. Unofficial order finish 1, 2, 4. Your prices will be up in a moment. Winning game 6, post 1, Carballo taking second, post 2, Jedden coming in third, post 4, Bueno. 1, 2, 4 is the official order finish for game 6, and we'll have your prices up in a moment. It's funny, I just glanced down at the live chat and kind of have a version of their wave going to say Carballo's name.
Connected
funny.
Through the screens. We love it.
That's neat. Not having participated.
Who would have thought, Stu?
Never having participated in a live chat until this. That's interesting. It's good to see.
Pretty exhilarating, huh? You get to type.
We're pretty exhilarating.
No, I'm saying to get in the chat.
That's exhilarating. Yeah. I thought you meant you and I breathe this level of interest from the public. I was going to say that might be a push. Well, that might be. That is a push. $2 pick 3, 1, 2, 1. 3 of 3 numbers returning, 652 even. $2 Quinella 1, 2. $50.40. $0.50 try, 1, 2, 4, 369, 10. Up next, Game 7, Spectacular 7 scoring. Game 7 closes today's High Five, and in just a moment we're going to roll through the will pays, and we'll see if there are any live tickets going into the High Five. I know Scott was thrilled that the High Five was hit in the first matinee. And
so thrilled he came to deliver it in person.
That's right. Yes. I mean, and as I've often heard him say, there's nothing better than paying that High Five.
Wakes up in the morning.
Boy, I wonder if the High Five's going to hit today. Wakes up in the morning about 5:30, 5:30-ish. We have 6 minutes to go until we begin Game 7.
My goal going into this season is probably just playing a little bit more calmer, and also another thing I want to work on is not beating myself. Just do simple better. Just catch the ball, throw the ball one more time than my opponent, and don't make any unforced errors. I have a mantra that I tell myself all the time where if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. That's literally what it comes down to. Honestly, my favorite thing about Jai-Alai is just the speed of the sport. My intensity, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think it's about 2,000.
And that was Carballo taking the win in game number 6 there. Second win of the week for him, number 38 on the season. He is now tied with Ben for 6th place overall in the standings. He has 7 games outside of that third and final bonus money slot, which he actually took home last season. Carballo, a 3rd place finisher. Kubala took 2nd, and of course Douglas was our singles champion and doubles champion here last season. And I was going to say, Stu, I think Teggy may have stayed home this week, but there we go with a little mix-up, and we got the right people in the right jerseys now.
I'll save the I word. But and now we got Ben singing. I was
going to say you're going to save it for your guy.
No, I've worked seriously. I have legitimately worked in psychiatric hospitals that were far more stable than we have with this group back here. I see one of the High Fives is
we didn't even.
I just glanced up and I saw that 2,000 out of the corner of my eye.
It's a familiar look.
There we go.
Yeah, it's got a familiar look to it now, especially, 4. Ooh.
Ron.
Ooh.
Interesting. Everything else is 4 or 5. There's not multiples on Ron. That's interesting.
It's usually been Douglas, but playing out of a difficult.
No, Douglas is 4 or 5, but there's look how far down that is. That's a $65.90 return. So there are multiples on him. And a question forwarded to us by the Jai-Alai Channel. No, there are no plans for a tryout here at Magic City. That is very much by invitation only, And I know a little something about those invitations, and I have not extended any. After our first year, in November of 2018, we did have an open tryout to the public. And then that was it. We got Kubala. I had heard of Kyle before that, but Kyle came in, Lamonte came in through the open tryout. Lamonte came in after retiring from the Coast Guard with no highlight experience, just some little experience at amateur. So that's where they came in from.
That's interesting with Kubala. How much had you known? I mean, how much do you know about amateur players? I mean, as a fan of the game or in general? I
used to know quite a bit. Well, when I was around amateur, so before I started working in, I kind of lost touch with my roots in highlight once I started working in, especially when I started working in management.
Yeah.
But no, I, for the most part, knew everyone who came out of the North Miami school from the mid 80s throughout 2000 or through 90. I believe it was closed in 97 or 98. Closed under the previous ownership before it was taken over into its current form. So occasionally, people would try to get on the court at Fort Pierce to practice, or Miami, which was extremely infrequent for liability reasons. And so I was so used to saying no. I was a little bit more liberal in Fort Pierce. So apparently Kyle had come with his father, and when Benny Bueno was playing up there. And
how about that?
Well, because he thanked me recently, and I was like, I don't remember having done it, but you're welcome. So, but Kyle came with 14 years, I believe, of training from St. Pete. He's from that outdoor court at St. Pete. The West Coast Florida folks, they love highlight.
Dedicated, passionate fan base.
Extremely dedicated fan base. Tampa Highlight being the last GM of Tampa was an honor in some regards, and also very much like being the captain of the Titanic. Very much being like, because people were not happy about the closure of Tampa Highlight. I mean, no one I think is ever happy about the closure, something that they love, but in Tampa they were particularly upset with that. That was necessary for the former company's survival. But no, so they stuck to it, and I'll give them complete credit. They got a outdoor court built in a public park out there.
Saw an article about that. Was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, kudos to them.
All right, game time.
We're ready to begin. Game number 7, a spectacular 7 singles match, played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt at post 1 is Carballo. Receiving in the blue post 2 is Kubala. Here's the serve. We begin. Kubala from the left side. Carballo sets up for the rebote forehand. Forehand rebote. Caught by Kubala. Scoop by Carballo. He goes deep. Rebote comes to the 7 line. Carballo makes a diving save. Kubala rather makes a diving save. Outside placement, not outside enough. Scooped up on the forehand of Kubala. Picada cut off on the forehand of Carballo. Carballo goes outside again not outside enough. Kubala picks it up. Carballo, backhand, Kubala, forehand. Carom by Kubala, catch by Carballo. Yep, that's what happens. Absolutely deserved to lose that point. Point 2. 2 serves to the white shirt at post 3. Bueno. Bueno from the forehand, missed it. Point 2. Green shirt at post 4, Ron receives. Robote forehand by Kubala. Catch by Ron. Ron goes deep. Ball tipped. Literally tipped. Point 4. That'll bring to the court the black shirt of post 5. Here's number 13, Douglas.
Boy can't jump.
Strong forehand rebote by Douglas. Catch by Ron. Ron goes deep. Douglas on the left side. Catch by Ron. Outside placement. Ooh, perfect placement to score. Point 4. Yes, Ben. He's tying his cesta. Can you wait to throw on the ball, please? No, don't encourage him. Ron will be serving to Ben wearing the yellow shirt of post 6. Rebote left side by Ron. Ben on the forehand. Falls just short. Point 4. Thurs on the board with 3 points. Here's post 7, Ikeda. Backhand by Ikeda, beautifully thrown. Passing out to the Rebote. Rebote left side by Ikeda. Ron makes the catch. Hard throw. Will score. Point 4. 4 with 4 points. Here's post 8, Jeden. Jeden makes the catch. Backhand mid-court placement. Rebote by Ron to the inside. There's a good catch by Jeden. Jeden goes deep. Catch by Jeden on the forehand. Just dropped. Point 4. Straight point, straight possible game point here for post 4. Ron. Trying to stop him. Carballo. Carballo on the backhand. Powerful backhand. Clears the overhead screen. Rebote by Ron. Catch by Carballo. Beautiful backhand by Carballo. Carballo from the left side winds up. Hard throw to the inside. Beautifully thrown Costalo. Catch on the forehand of Carballo. Hard to the inside he goes. Carballo again from the left side. Ball clipped. Stayed in bounds. Carballo on the forehand makes the catch back to the inside. Excellent Rebote save by Ron. Here's Carballo. Hard throw to the inside again. Great pickup by Ron. Carballo one-handed grab on the left side. Backhand. Cleared the overhead screen again. Ron for the Rebote to the inside. Scoop by Carballo. He goes deep. Into the Chula, it comes out. Wonderful Rebote save. Carballo on the forehand. Forgets about throwing the 2-wall, but he does score. What a well-played point by both Ron and Carballo. Point 1. Play continues. One serving to post 3, Bueno. Forehand rebote by Carballo. Catch by Bueno. Scoop. Good catch by Bueno. Carballo from the forehand. Karam does not open up. Bueno makes the catch. Carballo makes the save on the forehand rebote. Catch by Bueno. Bueno back to the inside. Carballo left side rebote with a soft touch. Bueno makes the catch. One-handed scoop by Carballo. Again, a beautiful save by Carballo on the left side. Bueno. Carballo.
Yeah.
Point one. One on the board with 4 points. Here's post 2. Kubala. Kubala makes the catch. There's the backhand. There's the catch by Kubala. Hard and low to the inside. That one didn't work. Point 2. 2 on the board with 4 points. Here's post 5. Douglas. Powerful forehand throw by Douglas. Good catch by Kubala. Douglas on the right side. Picada tries to bring him in. It scores. Kyle, you going to finish that sentence? Point 5. Here's the yellow shirt at post 6. Ben receives. Catch by Douglas. Faked the carom. Big right side picada. Douglas from the 11 line. Goes deep. Great catch by Ben at the 10 line. Douglas saved it. Threw it into the pad. Point 6. 6 on the board with 2 points. Here's post 7. Ikeda. Scoop on the forehand of Ben. Ben from the 10 line. Point 6. Here's post 8. The purple shirt returns. Jedden. Nice backhand throw by Jedden. Rebote by Ben. Jedden attacking from the forehand. Karam by Jedden. Stopped by Ben and a great catch. Wow. Point 6.
Here we go.
The game is locked. Cannot be played beyond 7 points. Ben serves to Ron for the game. Ben makes a nice rebote save. Here's Ron from the 8 line. What a catch by Ben. He wound up with it on the forehand. That was beautiful. That's an even better catch by Ben on the left side. That was beautiful. Ron for the rebote. To the inside. Ben hangs in there to make the Robote save. Here's Ron. Hard throw by Ron. Scoop attempt missed. Robote missed. Point and game to the green shirt of post for Ron. Good try, Ben. Real good try. 4 wins it, 6 places. 1 serves to 2. This is for 3rd place. Robote by Carballo. Catch by Kubala. Carballo from the left side. There's a hard throw. Kubala on the Robote. Carballo takes it in the air, winds up, back to the inside. Catch by Kubala. Kubala to the inside. Here's Carballo. Carballo goes deep. Robote's up to the 7 line. Chihuahua Robote does not cut. Carballo's on it. Catch in the air by Kubala. He goes deep. Robote's coming out to the 5 line. Dejada Robote, not Dejada enough. Kubala's on it. To the inside he goes. Carballo. Good effort by Carballo to try to make that Robote. Point and show to post 2. Kubala. Unofficial order finish. 4-6-2. Results from Game 7 are official. Coming in first, post 4, Ron. Taking second, post 6, Ben. Coming in third, post 2, Kubala. I'll have your prices up in just a moment. Ben played terrific in that game. Played absolutely terrific. Individually.
Right.
Look, I'm always going to give... Look, so why did I say that Carballo deserved to lose that point? Because he had a forehand that wasn't even remotely close to the overhead screen. He still did that quick release thing, handing his opponent the catch.
Yeah.
So
free point.
Why.
No, it's a free point that he gave away to his opponent. He has to sit back down.
He could have won. He absolutely could have won. Okie dokie. $2 quinella, 4-6. That's 4-6 or 6-4, $64.80. Trifecta, first, second, and third place finish, 4-6-2, $7.41 even. And the high five went again, 4-1-2-1-4. 5 of 5 numbers returning $2,000. So I think Scott has left the building, as they used to say about Elvis, so we need to bring him back with his magic $2,000 machine. It generates fresh $100 bills for that $2,000.
Yeah, you ever put...
He has to carry it around with him because this thing hits regularly. That's why we call it the most generous wager.
Rightfully so.
In all of parimutuel wagering. Up next, Game 8, Spectacular 7, scoring. There are no scratches in Game 8. Game 8 closes out the Mighty Ocho. We just got 2 games left in today's performance. Post time for Game 8. 7 minutes away. Good luck.
And serve takes a high bounce. Vanderbilt gathers at about the 10 line. Fires this one that's going to go deep into the corner. Good return by Carballo. Sends it going off the wall.
Wow, great shot.
A nice rotate. Yes. Carballo gets it back in play. A soft carom and a reverse over his head.
Yeah, Daddy.
Catch by Ben midcourt. There's the carom. A barb on the run. Returns a carom.
Whoa,
that scores for the win. and rips a 2-all off the serve that scores. What a shot, .7. Here's Diaz with a good catch. Tennessee grabs it. Hard reverse to the outside. Diaz from his knees. Strong forehand return. Jedden with an excellent 2-wall rebote save for the big bounce. El Barbo reaches way up to make the catch, and he scores on the return. Catch by Carballo. Hard reverse rebote is coming out. Jedden calls for the rebote. Outside placement of the Costado rebote.
Bradley makes a nice scoop on the forehand, sends that low and hard. A beautiful scoop by Carballo.
Outside placement thrown by Anderlock. Gubala runs in, winds up. Tejada, what a shot thrown by Gubala.
And folks, that was a collection of the top 10 plays from July of 2019, over a full year ago now, here at Magic City. And we are now just 2 minutes away from that 8th game. You see those will pays for the Ocho. Up from that $1.60 it was paying for 2 out of 8 earlier. So see a couple of mostly 3 out of 8s, 1 4 out of 8. We saw as high as 6 out of 8 numbers for that Ocho last week. Someone hit that. Don't know if we've gotten 7, so 6 out of 8 may be the record with that, and tough day today with that Ocho, only 4 out of 8.
And with 2 minutes to go, it's, I think there's not everyone understands the concept behind the high five. So yes, part of it is buying PR that will attract a jackpot wagerer, parimutuel enthusiast to the Magic City product. And the fact that we are physically attached to a casino helps. It's safe to say that if we were not physically attached to a casino, you might not be seeing this product as you currently see it. Obviously, it needs something to fund it besides the pools that you see up there. However, it's a hell of an investment. I mean, this is an investment and a commitment that's been made by Magic City. Magic City has been completely behind this for 3 years. They have a vision. I didn't fully get it when it was first described to me. I freely admit it, I didn't. And so there are people actually out there who complain about the high five, which is just kind of funny because it's like, bizarre. Why?
I never heard of a better complaint that their odds were too high. That their odds were too good.
No,
in
exactly.
Any sort of bet.
Handicap it, do the best you can with it, and enjoy it.
And it's last for more than half of the performance. You get 5 games. It's a good way to get introduced to this program. You get some of those early games. You get a doubles game now. You get those later games. Play the high five. It's still going here. We'll be back here tomorrow. See if anyone can take home another 2,000.
We're ready to begin game number 8, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played to 7 points. Points double after the first round of play. Serving the red shirt at post 1 is Ikeda. Our first matchup has Ikeda serving to Ben. There's the serve. We begin game 8. Long carom. In. Point two. Two first up on the board in our 8th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt of post 3. Here's Carballo. Robote, it's a 2-all by Ben. Point two. Green shirt of post 4 receives. Here's Anderluck. Ben with a tip ball on the forehand, point 4. Receiving, black shirt of post 5, Douglas. Powerful backhand thrown by Douglas. This Robote barely coming out. Anderluck makes the save. Here's Douglas winding up. 2-all scores. Wow. Well thrown, point 5. Yellow shirt of post 6 receives. Here's Ron. Robote left side by Douglas. Catch by Ron. Carom by Ron. He's gonna score. Well thrown, point 6. Six serves to post 7. Receiving in the pink shirt, Bueno. Beautiful throw from the forehand of Ron. Robote left side by Bueno. Ron sets up at the 7 line. Hard throw to the inside, scooped, but not held on to by Bueno, point 6. Receiving, post 8, Kubala. Kubala on the forehand at the 9 line. Back to the inside. Here's Ron. Ron goes deep. Robote forehand by Kubala. Ron on the catch. Point 6. That completes the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return, post 1, Ikeda. Ikeda makes the catch. Carom by Ikeda, well thrown to score, point 1. Back and ready to receive the white shirt at post 3, Carballo. Excellent serve by Ikeda. Backhand. Out of play, point 1. One on the board with 4 points. Here's post 2, Ben. Excellent. Robote save from the forehand of Ikeda. Ben with a great catch coming off of the sidewall nicely. Ikeda, rebote. Ben on the forehand. Ben to the inside. Scoop attempt tipped. Point 2. Ben has 4 points. Here's post 1. Here's post 4, rather. Anderluck. Anderluck from the left side. Nice catch. Carom Ben does not open up. Anderluck's got it. Carambola return. Going to score. Point 4. Anderluck serves again to post 5. Douglas. Picata, the big bounce brought down, and a great catch by Anderluck. Picata by Anderluck. Douglas makes the rebote save. Anderluck aggressively from the forehand at the 7 line. Hard to the inside he goes. Point 4. Possible game point for the green shirt at post 4. Anderluck trying to stop him. Post 7. Bueno. Rebote left side. Beautifully played to the inside by Anderluck. Very nice throw. Bueno makes the save on the rebote. Here's Anderluck. Blasts it. Bueno makes a diving save. Anderluck catches it in the air. Tejada, that's the right shot. Bueno on the run. Good effort by Bueno to try to get there. Point and game to the green shirt at post 4. Anderluck. 4 wins it. 1 serves to 2. This is a playoff for second and third place. Catch by Ben. Nice backhand. Ben showing some good control, keeping that away from the overhead screen. Forehand rebote saved by Ben. Here's Ikeda at the 7 line. Ben makes the save, gets it to the front wall. Ikeda's there. Faked it to the outside. Put it back inside. Good effort by Ben to try to get there. Point and place to post 1, 2 shows. Unofficial order finish 4-1-2. Your prices will be up in a moment. Results from Game 8 are official. Coming in first, post 4, Anderluck. Taking second, post 1, Ikeda. Coming in third, post 2, Ben. 4-1-2 is the official order finish for game number 8. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is our 9th and final game of the day.
We got to wait for the prices here still.
No, I don't.
Well, let's just get to game 9.
Just kidding.
Now we got
game 9 is next.
Yeah, we got people waiting on those consolations. Yeah,
for the Ocho. Well, it doesn't mean that I can't tell them about the 9th game in advance. They're not capable of doing both. They want to sit here and look at the hold all tickets. You have something you want to chat about enjoyably?
Got nothing still. We got the prices at least.
I just pictured Andrew going, please have the prices come up. Please have the prices. Please make him stop. There's the Ocho.
Next to this guy.
There you go.
I got to do this every day?
Exactly.
Oh
go with it. Go with it, Andrew. Go with it. Go with it. That's good. $2 quinella 1-4. That's 1-4-4-1. First and second in any order. $65.40. Trifecta 4-1-2. That's first, second, and third. Finishing $452.40. The Mighty Ocho 5-5-4-1-2-1-4-4. 3 of 8 numbers returning $4. Carryover jackpot $1,604.40. Hold all win tickets. No one had 4 to win. So 1 to win returning $5.40. May I introduce it now?
Floor's yours, Stu. All you.
Thank you. With your permission, Andrew. Up next is game number 9, a spectacular 9 Superfecta match. This game is played to 9 points. Points will double after the first round of play, offering today's only Superfecta wagering opportunity. Now, since you were so reluctant to have me introduce the game, are you equally offended by the prospect of us running that catchy little video that explains how a Spec 9 is different than a Spec 7?
I love the way you explain it. So we should just roll right into it.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
And we're back here just about 4 minutes away from the 9th and final game of the day here. Game 18 of 18. We'll be back here same times tomorrow. First matinee.
There's a question about tomorrow.
Question from
the Jai-Alai Channel.
We'll get
forwarded
to that first.
to us from the live chat through the Jai-Alai Channel. Regarding Vuelo, yes, Vuelo will be scratched in tomorrow's performance, and then he'll be out of the weekend. So he won't be a scratch, but he won't be here this weekend. So that has been confirmed as of about an hour ago. Please continue. Or start over. Or begin something new. Any plans for dinner?
We were reminding the folks, what were we talking about? We were talking about that schedule for tomorrow. We'll be back here same times, 12 and 4 p.m. 2 more.
See, I can interrupt too.
Pretty good.
And get you to forget what you were saying to begin with.
I was just absolutely lost. It was like falling out of like a black... No, I don't. That's nothing with you. I think it's all me. It's like you're in like a black hole and you see in like the movies and they're like slowly like go... That's how I felt. I was just trying to grab onto any thought and there was nothing there. But we were saying about the schedule, 12 and 4 tomorrow. We'll be back here. 2 more performances. We have 2 more on Saturday, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. And then back here with the finale of the week here, Sunday, 1 performance at 12 noon matinee to close it out for you. So 7 performances this week. And we got a lot more highlight to play here, including this 9th and final game, which is now just 2 minutes away. And with a couple more minutes here, we'll run through the standings this week. And here's something interesting. Usually, Stu, you got guys, 1 win, and then Douglas has gotten about 10. And there's been a couple of guys who maybe half as many as Douglas, but pretty lopsided in the win column this week, though, Stu. Tennessee with 3 wins. You got Douglas with 2. He's had none here in this afternoon performance, surprisingly. El Barba with 2, Jedden with 2, Anderluck with 2, and Carballo with 2. So the only guys that have gotten on the board and only have 1 win are Ikeda and Ronron. Outside of that, Bueno has been getting a couple of extra games. He actually substituted in games 2 and 4. Hadn't been able to get the win, wasn't able to get it in his 4 appearances in both performances there. Kubala, just 1 show for him. Legend, 2 shows for him. Lamonti, no in the money finishes. Juice, no in the money finishes. So pretty lopsided here in terms of win place and show results. But those wins there, Tennessee with 3, Douglas with 2, and then a couple of other guys with 2 and 1. Not really spread out across the board. So if you've gotten 1, more than likely that you're going to get another one here today. And taking a look now how that impacts the overall standings. You obviously know about Douglas and Ron top 2. Bueno still holds on to that 3rd place spot there. He said he had no wins this week, but Ikeda and Tennessee are tied for 4th place at 41 wins. Ben and Carballo tied in 6th place, 38 wins. There's Kubala in a solo 8th, 36 wins for him. And then Anderluck has been playing really well. Actually took a late game. As people were talking about how he's been particularly doing better in those earlier games. Got to win in the late games. Him and Jedden both have 27 wins on the season. We got game 9, Stu.
Time to begin our 9th and final game of the day. A spectacular 9 superfecta match. Game is played 9 points, point double after the first round of play. Carballo serves. Douglas receives. Two all beautifully thrown by Carballo to score, point 1. Carballo first up on the board in our 9th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt at post 3, Ben. Point 1. Here's post 4, the green shirt. Carballo now serves in this matchup to Anderluck. Over serve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line. That passed. Point 4. In this matchup, Anderluck serves to Kubala wearing the black shirt at post 5. Nice backhand by Kubala. Rebote. Missed by Anderluck. Point 5. Here's the yellow shirt of post 6. Ikeda receives. Karam by Ikeda, well thrown and scoring. Point 6. On the court, ready to receive the pink shirt of post 7, Ron. Forehand rebote played back by Ikeda. Ron. Costado to the inside. What a scoop by Ikeda. Catch by Ikeda. Hard throw to the inside. Point 6. Here now to complete the first round and receive, wearing the purple shirt of post 8. 1-0. Rebote forehand by Ikeda. Catch by Bueno. Scoop by Ikeda. Bueno from the left side. Good catch by Bueno. That's Karam. A little wild. 0.6. First round's complete. All matchups are now double through the end of the game. Ikeda with a 3-point serves to the returning 2-post in the blue shirt, Douglas. Big right side for Douglas. Forehand rebote by Ikeda. Douglas switches to the forehand, comes over the top, and scores on the sidewall. 0.2. Back and ready to receive in post 3 of the white shirt, Ben. Rebote save on the forehand of Douglas. Ben, good pickup at the 10 line. Douglas on the forehand. Hard to the inside. Rebote left side by Ben. Was headed to the front wall and then hit something. 0.2. Joe on the board with 4 points. Here's post 1. Carballo. Scoop by Douglas. Hard throw to the inside. Will score. 0.2. Joe is on the board with 6 points. Here's post 4. Anderluck. Point 2. Loss of point because theoretically Douglas could have gotten another rebote. That was a hard forehand rebote thrown for the win. Point and game to the blue shirt of post 2, Douglas. 2 wins it, 6 places, 1 shows, 4 serves to 5 for quad.
God damn it, he's fucking going up, dude.
Over serve. Point and quad, post 5, the black shirt, Kubala. Unofficial order finish, 2-6-1-5. We'll have your prices up in just a moment. And while awaiting your prices for Game 9, need to clarify about scratches. So, player calls out or is injured for a particular performance, they will be scratched for that entire performance. It was safe to assume that Wello was going to be scratched for today, both performances, but not necessarily for tomorrow at, what was it, about 3 o'clock? 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when we found out that he would be out for tomorrow and the rest of the weekend. Up until 4 o'clock, which was 4 hours after the registration for the thingy closed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 4 hours after. That's when we knew he wouldn't be able to play tomorrow. So that's kind of how scratches work. Don't know in advance that they're going to be for an entire time, and there's no chance that we're going to scratch a player for an entire 2 days if he's got to miss potentially just one performance or one day.
Right, and we're told here, we walk in the building this morning and you see a scratch there on the sheet. There's nothing we can do about that for the purposes of fantasy. As we said, all the rules are up there, and that's why for this week, in fairness to everyone that had picked Vuelo for those doubles, we're giving you the ability to earn points as Anderluck with the substitute. But for singles, that's treated like any other fantasy sport. I've had countless NFL games that I've watched play fantasy, a variety of sports, where a guy goes down on the first play, first quarter, and you just can't get any points from him the whole week. It's one of those unfortunate situations, but we can't be changing prices up until 12 noon on Thursday, and that's one of those things. With fantasy, we updated it as soon as we knew at about 11:30 when I walked in the building. That was updated. That was on the fantasy website. There's nothing we can do that is in the rules about scratches for players and substitutes and how all that works. So that's all we're going to say. Yeah, all we're going to say about that, and the rules are up there. So we got the price.
With that, prices $2 Quinella, 2.6. That's 2.6 or 6.2. First and second in any order. $19. The trifecta 2.61, 124.20. 10-cent super, 2615, 4287.
Being the overall champ in the rookie season was great. I put in hours and hours of hard work in the off-season practicing, and just to show that it paid off in the end was really great. My goal for the 2020 season is to stay healthy, play to the best I can, but definitely I would love to repeat winning singles and doubles again this year. Like I said, I think it's going to be a lot harder, but it's definitely a push that I want, and I'm happy that everybody's getting better, and it's going to be harder for me because it pushes me to be better, and that's what I want ultimately. I would love to be the champ again this year. I am definitely going to try my best. Like I said, the competition is getting better every day, and so I'm going to push to be the best again, but we'll see. It's going to be a long 7-month season, and I'll hope to repeat what I did again.
And we're done for Highlight for the day, and just again to clarify, all the stuff for fantasy is done on Monday. That is exactly why we don't post entries for Saturday and Sunday with the situation with Vuelo, because if you have a very late scratch, you find that out Thursday morning when you walk in. There's really nothing, you don't want it in the program where you have to scratch out a guy, 10, 15, 20 times throughout the week. You don't want all that red ink on it. So that's the reason why those entries aren't posted. As we said, this is an adjunct game as part, of this Magic City Highlight that we're putting on here. And those scratches, substitutes, all of that are decided by Magic City management. And we do our best we can with the prices. We understand that it's not a perfect science yet. We're still in the 11th week of operation. And we assure you we are doing the best we can. And with those situations, it's just treated like injuries. If a guy is out and a guy gets hurt in pregame warm-ups and you go out, you can't get any points from him for that week. And it is free, again. And $100 going to the winner. So we'll try to do better, and we tried to do as best we can with those scratches. So we apologize if anyone's unhappy.
You are absolutely doing a fantastic job, period. I'm surprised the whole fantasy thing took off in the first place. It's like Randy Newman. Are you familiar with Randy Newman, the writer, the music writer? So he writes music and sung a couple songs and whatever. He said, they asked him what he thought about the prospect of an all-music television station playing music videos in like 1980. And he said, I don't think it's going to work. So he poo-pooed.
Yeah.
Similar thing when they asked me about Fantasy Highlight. I said, but I said that about Magic City too. I'm constantly surprised by it. Right. And I'm just absolutely pleased it's taken off. But the order of importance around here is the Highlight program first and what goes into it. Wagering second. And yes, I can say that freely. Wagering comes second to the Highlight program. as evidenced by they put a highlight program together not knowing if anyone was ever going to place a dollar bet on it.
Yeah, and fantasy is about 50th.
No,
it's about third.
No, it's top 5.
Yeah,
it's top 5.
Right.
But the play and what's in the best interest of the players and what's in the best interest of the program comes first. Wagering comes second. Then after that, things come third, fourth, and fifth. We had a good day of highlight.
Great day of highlight. And we saw Douglas there get back in the win column in his final appearance. I was going to say, Douglas usually when he has an off day, and him for an off day, 2 wins in 8 appearances. But he picked up win number 3 on the week, giving him total number 69 for the season. So I think he's going to have a pretty good day tomorrow, just based on how he finished up the day here.
Agreed. And with that, we conclude this Thursday afternoon of live highlight in the Magic City. We appreciate you tuning in on... Sorry, I was just distracted by Jedden, who was doing some jiggly dance on the court, and it just looked weird. We appreciate you joining us, whether you're joining us in an OTB or on the Highlight Channel here on YouTube. We're glad you chose to join us this afternoon. Invite you to join us again tomorrow when we'll play 9 more action-packed games beginning at 12 p.m. We sure hope you enjoyed today's highlight action at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Highlight Channel and let us know your thoughts and any questions you might have in the live chat on YouTube while we're, of course, playing. On behalf of the players, staff, and management of Magic City Jai-Alai and the Highlight Channel, we thank you for joining us today and hope that you'll join us again at 12 p.m. tomorrow. So, goodbye till we can see you back here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Have a good afternoon, everyone.